Hey guys, I've been playing a lot of Legion recently, and today I wanted to walk through one of the most important parts of the Suramar questing experience, which is the Withered Army training scenario. This is your biggest source of Nightfallen reputation in patch 7.0 of Legion, and as it's all based on a score for how far you get, it's important to do as well as you can to net the maximum 425 reputation every time you do it. I want to help you guys out in case you're struggling with it. When you jump into the scenario, you'll be placed outside the entrance to the Falinar tunnels, which is a questing zone on the western side of the map. Speak to Thalysra on the steps and let her know you're ready, and she'll give you the armor you paid for in ancient mana. Never do this scenario with anything less than 2000 mana, unless you're still early in the Suramar questline. This is because you get more soldiers the more mana you pay, and as soldiers are the most important part of this scenario, it makes absolutely no sense to bring less soldiers than you can afford. There isn't much of a challenge in the entrance hall, so kill the Wraith in the centre of the pool and head out to the corridor. If you have 10 soldiers, open the door on the right. If you don't, jump to stage 3. The Wraith Chamber is one of your first early challenges, especially if you are melee class. The Wraiths are tightly packed together to try and make you pull the whole room, so use Berserk here and help your soldiers as much as you can. Use any spell block abilities you have. Don't forget to turn Berserk off straight away, as this makes your soldiers very prone to flee you. After the Wraith Chamber, head back upstairs and then down the other staircase and open the door at the end to fight Lapilia. Clear as much of the outside of the room as you can and turn Berserk on when you engage her. If she casts Crystalline Shrapnel, move out from your soldiers to avoid AoE damage to them. Once you've killed Lapilia, jump through the broken wall outside her room and head down into the Shattered Locus. This is the first major room of the scenario, with 2 vertical levels and a lot of mobs. Take your time to range pull here and remember to check the bottom section of the room. Although it's perfectly fine to walk out onto the bridge, don't spend too much time on it. Your withered soldiers can occasionally fall off the bridge to the chamber below, and this will pull everything that is down there back up to you. When the upstairs chamber is clear, head down the spiral steps in the centre. There are a ton of Leyling spiders here, so make sure to use any AoE you have to damage them all, so that your soldiers will know to attack them. You shouldn't need to berserk down here, but don't be afraid to reach for it if things get out of hand. Once you're done there, head to the south end of the upstairs chamber, which leads down into the tunnels. Before you jump down, check the left alcove, as this sometimes has chests. At the first junction, you'll usually find a bunch of chests and recruits. Make sure to clear out the dead end on the left. The tunnel feeds into the outer ring, which is a massive circular network of tunnels, infested mostly with spiders and some hostile withereds. Look out for chests in the alcoves as you move through the hallway. You'll also spot some wraiths in the upper balcony areas. At the end of the first hallway, go down the steps and kill the patrolling wraith at the bottom and the stationary wraith on your right. On your left at the bottom of the steps is a large chamber full of several of the larger spiders. Clear this room slowly, as many spiders will descend on you from above, and you can get overrun easily if you clear too quickly. The main spider in the room is made out to be a boss by Thalysra, but shouldn't prove too much of a challenge. Once you're done, head upstairs and into the chamber on your left, which contains a volatile Wraith Lord, several large spiders, and a few recruits. The Wraith Lord may aggro early, so be ready for that. Back outside, Turn left and continue down the new hallway. You'll see Dro's chamber at the end of this hallway on your left, just before the stairs. Memorize where it is and come back here when you have Dro's key from stage 7. The stairs here will take you to the lower chamber, another architectural wonder that is overrun with spiders. Like the earlier chambers, clear this room slowly. The reason you always clear slowly is twofold. 1, you don't get overrun, and 2, Dro doesn't spawn in the middle of a large pull and kill half your army. Make sure you head up the chamber on the west side of this room for 3 extra recruits. The final stage of the outer ring is the webbed upper section, which is often missed by a lot of people. Head back upstairs to the fallen masonry and use it to climb up to the web bridges, which are totally safe to walk on. This center section often has small chests to grab. At some point in your scenario, Thalyssra will shout this.
Look out!
It doesn't matter what you are doing. Immediately hit Berserk as Laystalker Dro is about to spawn and start fell rushing through your troops, doing massive damage. Burn this guy down as quickly as you can. When he dies, he will award you Dro's key, which opens up the chamber that you saw earlier. Head downstairs where only one section is open right now, a massive lair of spiders. Although a giant boss is here, the real damage in this section is the little eggs, which hatch layling spiders. AoE these little bastards to make sure they are burned down quickly. Back across the hall, the other door will open to a long hallway that leads to the second last boss, a giant Etten named Furog the Elfbreaker. Grab recruits from the outside and don't bother with the baby layling spiders as the spawn of these is infinite. Berserk on Furog and shut it off immediately afterwards. The final boss is a massive spider called Silich. This is where all the baby laylings have been coming from and why you haven't time to fight them. Run up the first set of steps and AoE down the spiders that are already on you to keep the numbers low. Then run up the second steps to the boss. Toggle Berserk a couple of times to have your wizards come up to you, or they will remain downstairs fighting spiders. Turn Berserk on when you see your wizards arrive and burn the boss down. You should have more than enough wizards to make this fight go pretty quickly. Once he's dead, grab any recruits and chests you couldn't manage with the baby laylings and head to the end of the tunnel.
Outlander, you made it!
The final score for this run was 706. I hope this video helps you hit high scores in your own Withered runs as well.
Why hello. May your path be clear.
Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it or it helped you out, and I'll see you guys next time.